Welcome everybody to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and on this day in rock, January 9th, 1984, Van Halen unleashed 1984. Now before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for updates. Okay, so with that out of the way, yes, I'm just going to leave this right here. This album came out 1984, this day. Last album with the original four, David Lee Roth, the Van Halen brothers, Alex and Ed, and Michael Anthony. Dave would return, of course, in 2012 with A Different Kind of Truth, their last album, but not Michael Anthony. He would be replaced, of course, with Wolfie, the son of Eddie. And this is the last one produced by Ted Templeton for this lineup. He would return for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge album in 1991, but this is their last one. They've been a team all the way up into this point, and just had 4 singles. And this was the album where kind of Eddie and David were kind of like going, bumping heads regarding the whole keyboard synthesizer thing. David Lee Roth just wanted him to be a guitar player and just play guitar, but he was kind of branching out and doing other things, writing songs on the keyboard, on that approach as a songwriter. It is different writing on a guitar than writing on piano or keyboards. And so they kind of met halfway. This album is not really a lot of keyboard. There's probably just the intro song, which is like a minute, 1984, Jump, the first single, and I'll Wait. But I mean, when it comes to guitar playing, he's on fire on this album. Eddie is, and it's just amazing. And so going off with that first single, Jump, yes, there's for the most part, you know, the hook is that keyboard, and you know, Eddie kind of comes in and plays guitar like on the pre-chorus, kind of going back and forth with David Lee Roth on there. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. And you kind of hear Eddie go on, and he says another line. And then, you know, there's his solo. So when he comes in, it's really cool on his lead guitar solo. And then he goes and does a keyboard solo. And, you know, it's really tasteful. I mean, it still stands up today, I think. You know, they do play it in you know, sporting events all the fucking time. You know, you can't get away from that song. And for someone who didn't really care for it, you know, David Lee Roth still played it on his solo tour. I mean, I saw him on the Skyscraper tour with Steve Vai, and it was the last song they played, so pretty much he had a different outlook on it later on, you know. Kind of got him to where he was, you know. I'll Wait is another single which has a lot of keyboard in it, and that one, it was kind of written with Michael McDonald. He wasn't kind of credited on there from the Doobie Brothers, but Ted Templeton asked him to come in and help them out on that song. Panama, now that one is the song that, you know, Eddie said he was having a AC/DC approach to it with just 3 chords. And you kind of hear it on the intro and on the chorus, those, you know, that AC/DC kind of approach to it. To me, the intro kind of sounds like Dog Eat Dog, you know, from Let There Be Rock. It kind of has that feel to it, you know, that old Bon Scott AC/DC. So yeah, he really kind of fell through on that one. I followed up on that. You know, that's what he wanted to do, and he kind of, you know, stripped it down to that. He also puts his Lamborghini in the breakdown of that song. Because the one thing is, someone asked David Lee Roth, a reporter, and asked him, like, why do you just make songs on partying, girls, and fast cars? And he's like, I haven't written a song about cars, so thanks. And so that's why he wrote Panama. So contrary to popular belief, everyone kind of thinks it's about that country and about that drug, or just, you know, Panama Red, or anything like that. But they would kind of go into that territory in the Sammy years. So, which brings us to Hot for Teacher, which is, I think, the best Van Halen song kind of like as far as just like where all cylinders are being fired, you got Eddie's guitar playing, of course, but you got the drums. It starts off with a drum solo, and it's a long kind of intro for a single. It's almost like a minute, because like 30 seconds of it is a drum solo, and then it comes in with some guitar, and then the song really just kicks off like it's like a 4.5 minute song, but the real song, it starts off in 3.5 minutes of just a regular song. So it's them just doing whatever they wanted to do, and the commercial system has to abide to them, which was cool. And Eddie would kind of still do that in even in the next album with songs like 5150 and Summer Nights, where he's just having these intros that are just like what he wants to do, and just like not editing or anything like that. I'm sure they do that on the 45s, of course, but on the albums, they're pretty much how he envisions them. And for Hot for Teacher, they didn't really have an edit for that. I don't think they had an edit for that. I may be wrong. I have to look into that. But for the most part, though, it was a great song, and it had a big finish at the end. It was just like they actually performed for you, and there was just like everything that kind of epitomizes what Van Halen stands for at that time, with this the ringleader of David Lee Roth, and the amazing misogyny of the women in the video just being objectified. And it's just like that's where rock and roll was at the time. And it wasn't like now women are kind of objectified in rap videos, but that's okay. But no one says anything. But when it's on a a Van Halen video, then all these feminist groups come out and start attacking it, just like what. But when black rap videos show women just kind of just doing their thing, it's empowerment. So I don't get it. But that's another video altogether. So we go on to that. Video is great. The song is great. And this album cover is awesome. It's very iconic. I like the kid on there, and he has the cigarette there. That was actually a candy cigarette. This is a real kid. The photographer just took this picture, and then of course they had the little angel wings behind him and everything. I don't understand the whole thing about 1984. It's not some kind of Orwellian thing, but it's just, it came out in 1984. We're at 1984, but I don't know. It's just like it was a cover that was just like, we always had cool album covers back then. Like, what does that mean? Or, it just kind of makes you think. Nowadays, no one really puts any effort or time or anything or kind of thought-provoking image on their album covers. But this, on a commercial level, was really cool. In the UK, they kind of blacked that out. They didn't want that on there. But for America, no. We still kept it. And, 1984, January 9th. This is in this day in rock. So leave me a comment below. What are your thoughts on this album? I thought, it still stands up today. I played this whole thing. It's short and sweet, and it fucking rocks. And this OG version kind of held up. Also available on cassette. Remember that? So, yes, leave me a comment, and with that, I'll shut up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.